So here's the next project, guys. It's the transmission tunnel cover for the TR3A. And this is the one that came out of the car that I'm working on. And as you can see, maybe down here the flange is rusted off along the edge in here. And also on the other side, down at the foot here, which is kind of a common area for these to rust out. But the rest of the cover is in pretty good shape. This is actually where the drain hole is for the scuttle. That scuttle piece actually has a hose that runs down, and the water from the scuttle actually runs through a hose that goes through this cover and out on top of the transmission bell housing. So the good news is this cover has that flange intact, so I may be able to just cut that off and weld that onto the other piece. And it also has the flange down here. It's a little bent up, but it's intact. I can probably weld that back together. The problem with this cover is that this car was in a pretty bad accident, and it's a little bit twisted, and all of the bolt holes have been ripped out along the front and some of them on the sides. So I'd have to do repairs to this cover as well. I know this one fits because it came out of the car, so I think I'd rather just repair this one and use this one for donor pieces. So that's the plan. Probably going to get this all cleaned up. We'll sand it down, get all this adhesive off. He looks like he had a heat shield insulation on here. This one had some jute underlay because the carpet fits over top of the tunnel as well. So this one had jute on it. This one had heat insulation. So anyway, we'll clean these up and we'll take a better look. But I think that's the plan of action, is to use the flange off that British Racing Green one, and we'll graft it onto this one. All right, we'll come back in a little while. So no sooner that I said this was going to be easy, or easier, I just took the grinder to it quickly. And yeah, that's not paint. That's rubberized undercoating. So that makes it a lot more difficult and a lot easier, a lot harder to strip than paint. So anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick shot of that before I continue on. All right, hey guys, quick update. Basically, I got the heat gun out in the scraper and scraped off most of the undercoating. Then I'm left with the factory red oxide primer. I just started hand sand that a little bit, and I think I'm going to break out the angle grinder, and we're going to start getting down to some clean metal in this area down here on the flange. So I thought I'd just take a quick update video, show you where I'm at, so you can see what it looks like now. So it's coming. It's looking better. Took a little bit of effort to get that undercoating off, if you can imagine. I still haven't done the underside. It's pretty thick with undercoating as well. I thought I'd concentrate on the top side first. And yeah, I had a whole bunch of old sealing material on the flanges, so I managed to get that off. You can see the underside here. I started scraping off down here on the corners, just so I wouldn't get any, I gotta get some off of here, but as soon as I start grinding or welding here, that's going to start smoking up, so I got to get that off of there first. So anyway, it's looking better, but still lots of work to go. All right, we'll talk to you in a bit. Okay guys, quick update. Cut the piece out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to got a piece of scrap from the old parts car, and it's the right gauge thickness. So what we're going to do is we're going to pound this flat, and we're going to make a pattern out of it. We're going to cut it and rebend it, and we're going to fit it before we go ahead and cut that other piece of metal out. I'd rather keep this attached before I go ahead and cut this all away, just as a reference point. So anyway, we'll go ahead and make this, and I'll show you when that's completed. All right, talk to you in a bit. Hey guys, Tush coming at you. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's about 1:45. We got about 15 degrees, 16 degrees Celsius in the garage today. Still crappy outside. You wouldn't know that spring's approaching. Still got a bit of snow on the ground, and it's probably about -3 outside today. It's supposed to be warming up starting next week, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, sorry I didn't give you an update on the weekend. I think I was out here on Saturday and Sunday, but didn't take too much video. But I got out here today and finished up this side of the transmission tunnel that I was working on. And when I left you, I think I was making a patch. So I've made this patch. I've made a 2-piece patch here. I put this piece in here. It's a little, I've done better welding in my days, but nobody's going to see this, and I haven't even bothered to even grind the welds down much. But anyway, the new flange is in, as you can see. It's looking much better than it was. Here's the old flange, if you recall. That's what I was working with before. So cut that piece out, and then it had no flange along here. It was all rusted out, so I've just grafted a new flange here and managed to just weld it along the edge. It was solid enough to weld it. There's a little pitted here, but it's still pretty strong, so I'm just going to rust treat that, and we'll go from there. Again, this is not a piece that anybody's going to see, so I shouldn't worry too much about what it looks like. Anyway, so that's just a quick update on the transmission tunnel. I am going to move on to the other side now, and again, it's missing the flange entirely at the front as well. So we will make a new flange for this one. We'll get it welded in, and we'll take some video along the way. All right, guys, talk to you in a bit. Hey guys, just coming up on 2:30. That second flange is in, and the hole is drilled for the mount to the floor. So it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. So another little project down. Well, I'm gonna finish off cleaning this up and getting it into primer, or getting it ready for epoxy anyway. So yeah, I'm happy with that. As Mr. Shue would say, ghetto fabulous. Talk to you later.